Hello, my name is Dara, Hamidi, and welcome to this After Effects tutorial. I'm going to show you a couple of different techniques today, such as masking, using key light to get rid of the green screen, and also color correcting, so you can use it in many different projects. And this is going to be the final product. Let's take a look at it. I found the background video in Video Hive, and that's why there's their logo over there. Alright, so let's get to it right now. So I'm going to go find our footage and drag it down to new composition, and let's name this composition tutorial, for just to make things easier. And now this video is quite longer than what we want, so I'm just going to trim the work area so I don't have to deal with all such long video. I'm going to go to the beginning of the video where I want it to be and press B on the keyboard and go forward. And actually no, this is not the part that I want. This is kind of a weird video. It's a dream sequence, so that's why it's a serial dream sequence. Anyway, I can just drag this and hold shift so it snaps here, and then I could go to the end of what I want and press N, and so the work area is this little piece over here. I can right click on there and trim comp to work area, so I only have what I need. Okay, now I am going to duplicate this layer. Control C, actually Control V, not 10 times, only one time. I'm going to duplicate this layer so I could use it for a track matte later on, which you'll see later. And I'm going to make it invisible for now. And I'm going to the top layer and go up to effects and keying and key light, and I'm going to click on here and choose the green background. As you can see right now, transparency is a little bit off. Look, there are some parts that should not be transparent, which are, so we're going to fix that. Alright, so, and open up screen matte, bring this down to screen matte so you can see the black and white. The white areas are the parts which are opaque, and the black areas are the parts that are transparent. So we want to get the opaque parts as white as possible. For example, her body, the character's body, and this bucket over here. So we're going down to clip black and turn this up to get rid of some of that black. F15 I found out is a good value for this, and we're going to clip white and bring this down. Just remember, you should not bring this down too much or bring this up too much, because then that's going to create problems. Somewhere around 70 is the maximum, 60, 70 is the maximum that you can bring this down to, so just remember that. And now let's go back and see the final result. As you can see, but there are still a little bit of a green spill over here and over here. So what we're going to do is first go to this color and find out what the color of the green screen is, and we're going to copy that, and we're going go to layer, new, and create a new solid, and use the same color. Press OK, OK, and bring this down beneath our second layer. Then we're going to turn on the layer that we turned off in the beginning, and we're going to change the track matte from none to Luma matte, and it's going to give us something like this. And so now we can take all of these and go to layer, pre-compose, and we can call this spill cleanup or something like that. Okay, and we got this pre-composition right now, and we're going to add another key light to the pre-comp and choose the background. Oh, actually, let's go inside the pre-comp and turn this on as well, and then we're going to come back to our main tutorial, and we're going to choose the green color, and let me show you what result this is going to make. This is the intermediate result, which has some green spill, as you can see over here, and over here it's a little bit hard to see, but that second step will get rid of all this. And yes, so we're done with our key lighting. Now let's go, and towards the end of this clip there is a little bit of this hand over here which is not supposed to be there, so we're going to mask that out. In order to mask, we can use a couple of different things. We can use any of these shapes, rectangle, polygon, anything. And you can just drag it over here, and as you can see, or you can go to the pen tool and draw a custom shape. Yeah, so you can do that as well. But for now, I am just going to delete these two and go toward the end, and I'm going to use a rectangle over on the top right, and I'm going down to the options and going to change this mask setting from add to subtract. So now we can see we got rid of that part. And so, well, now it's ready. Now we can basically put any kind of background that we would like. We can put this in any clip. So let's do that. Let's go to and find our background, and let's make a new composition, because our background is a little bit is much smaller than this clip, so we don't want to have to scale it up. If we bring it into here, we don't want to have to scale it up and lose quality. So we're going to create a new composition, and we're going to bring this into the new composition, and let's just call this final. So now we can scale down our video over here to where we would want it to be. For me, I think here is working quite well. So let's do some color correction now. There are a couple of important color correcting effects that you can add to this. First, you could add curves. If you're you can just type curves if you type it correctly. let's just go up here. Let's choose our video and go up to effects, color correction, curves, and here you can basically change the amount of the color here, or you can just go to different channels, red, green, or blue, and do them individually. For me, I'm just going to go to there and maybe brighten this up just a little bit, and maybe let's go to the blue channel and bring it down just slightly. Go to the green channel, also bring it down very slightly. And you could also use hue and saturation. That's another great tool. I'm going to add that, and I'm going to bring down the master saturation. I want kind of like a pale look to both, so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to also add it to the background and bring down the saturation to right about here. So as you can see now, and also for our final comp, let's bring it over here because it's not long enough. I'm going to click on N, and I'm going to trim the comp to work area, and now here we go. And of course you could go into much more detail with both the key light with all the options that it has. It's just really good to go in and play with it to see what every option does. And of course you can put any background. I chose this video from Video Hive, but you know, anything can be used, and I hope these techniques have helped you and you could use them in your future projects. So thank you, and have a good day. Hello, my name is Dara, and welcome to this After Effects tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to track the motion of a footage in order to be able to place a text or any other elements, and so it's basically, in this case, stays on this fence. Looks like it's stuck to the fence, you know. Or in this case, we can place the text on the ground, and it looks like it's sitting there, you know, with a constant position. Alright, so let's start, and let's get our footage first. We're going to find our footage and create a new composition. We're going to rename the composition and call it tutorial for our own sake. And here I'm going to trim the work area because I don't need the whole footage, so I'm going to go to 3 seconds. I'm going to get this and drag this, or I'm going to go to 3 seconds and click B. And I'm actually not this one, sorry. This one. I can hold shift and move it to the point, or I can just click B, or then I will go to the 6 seconds and click N, and then right click on the work area and click trim comp to work area. Now we have from 3 seconds to 6 seconds, and perfect. So let's get to it. We have this tracker window over here, which is not going to be there by default. So to get it, you're going to go to Window and click on Tracker, and we're going to get this. And let's start tracking now. So take this to the beginning of the footage. Click on Track Motion. It's going to give us a tracking point, and in this case we're going to track position as well as rotation, so we're going to have 2 tracking points. And these track points consist of 2 different parts: the inner square, which is called the track area, and it's the area that the computer searches, the pixels that the computer tracks from one frame to the next. And there's the outer square, which is called the search area. And you want the search area to be big enough so from one frame to the next, your track area can be found. So let's track a point. To choose a place to track, you want to choose basically areas with high contrast. Maybe here or here. Areas also we're not going to block at any point during the video. So for example, this red dot might be a good point to track, but actually it is a good point to track because it is going to be visible during the whole thing. So I am going to choose that as one of my first tracking points, right there. Or here. And maybe a little bit smaller. And that is fine. And for our second one, I'm going to choose this area right over here. Actually, this is in a straight line, so it's not very good for the rotation. So I'm actually going to choose the first point right about here. And I'm going to click on Analyze Forward. And it is going to give me the tracking points over here, as you can see. So now I'm going to go to Layer, New, and I'm going to create a new null object. And for the tracker, I'm going to edit target and select the null object as my target. Click OK, and do not forget to click Apply, and apply dimensions X and Y. Alright, and this null objects appear over here, and now the tracking data has been applied to this layer, so it is going to be basically fixed. It's going to have a fixed position in the footage. So now we can create a text layer, text, and call it maybe tutorial. And I don't like this Arial at all. Let's just find something else, anything else. That's fine. And I'm going to move this up, and I'm going to click on this, check this and make this layer 3D so I can move it in 3D space. I'm going to position the text, maybe rotate it a little bit. No, actually not in that axis, rotate it. Alright, and a little more. And just place it where I want it to be. Actually, I just wanted to rotate it a little bit more. And place it where I want it to be. Oh, here. And now I'm going to parent the text layer to the null object. So I'm going to go down here and click on null, or I'm just going to simply drag this to the null, and it's going to choose that and be parented to it. So now, as you can see, let's play. The text has been fixed at that position, and looks like it's basically stuck on the fence over there. And then you can go and rotoscope, mask this part out so it looks like it's behind his head, but that's not what we are going to do today. Another way to do this, because it is kind of positioned in perspective, it is not going to be very precise to motion track this. So for this, we're going to track the camera, and let's do that. So we're going to go to Window, Tracker, and we're going to choose our footage, and this time we're going to click on Track Camera, and this is going to actually take quite a little bit, maybe 2 minutes. Here you can see how far it has gone, 2, 3, 4, 5%. So I'm just going to fast forward, and I will see you in 2 minutes. Alright, so the camera track is done, and now we can go to Window, Layer, actually. Create a new text layer. Maybe call this another, again, tutorial. Oh. Tutorial. And let's turn this into 3D layer, and rotate it in the Y, rotate it in the Z, and let's just move it to where we want it to be. Maybe rotate it again in Z, and in the Y again. Alright, so we want it to be here. Where did the tracker go? We go back to tracker, track camera. It says all retracted, just I lost it for a second there. So I am going to, as you can see, when you drag your cursor here, it's going to give you triangle planes, and now we're going to find a plane that best matches the plane where, you know, that is parallel to what we want to put in the scene. Like this tutorial right now, we want a plane that is parallel to that, and then we're going to right click outside there and click on Create Null and Camera, and we are going to go here and parent this to the track here, to the camera tracker, 3D camera tracker. Actually, track null 1. And then let's just get this again. Oops. And rotate it and position it again. And now, as you can see, the text is perfectly fixed into our scene, and we can then go out and mask out and rotoscope the parts, where he passes in front of the text, so it looks more realistic. But yes, so this is basically how we do it in a very basic level. And let's see this again. And yeah, so that is it, and I hope this will help you in your project. And yeah, so thank you for paying attention, and hope this helps, and have a good day.